I think it's been about 5 months since my last Cheers order, and I try and wait 6 months between each one. So I didn't do too terribly, and this arrived in, I think, 5 days, including the weekend, which is absolutely insane. And as always, I have removed the labels, but I haven't looked inside. This is my fresh reaction to everything. There are, I think, 6 things in here. One of which, well, I'm excited for all of it, but there's one in particular I'm very, very excited for. So here we have the initial look at the inside. Some lovely little tokens, which I always really appreciate. I love that postcard so much. It's absolutely beautiful. We have some napkins there and a note that I definitely will treasure. So we'll start with the things that are inside the carrier bag. First of all, also credit to me for not just ripping into it and actually very delicately removing the bit of sellotape. I also now have a carrier bag. The timing for this one is perfect, and actually a little bit of a coincidence. Very long story short, I've now become a full minimalist. Believe it or not, I say this while doing a haul. About 10 years ago, I started the road to being a minimalist. Now, everything I own, pretty much excluding this beautiful giant fleece blanket and a blanket I have of Kirstie Alley's face, pretty much everything else I own fits inside this one suitcase. It's a brand new suitcase. I absolutely love it. And I was going to buy this tag anyway, but it feels quite special that now that I can say I'm a full minimalist, I only buy things that I need. For the most part, I'm not perfect, I will slip up, but buying the suitcase a few weeks ago and then buying this brand new luggage tag, it feels like a little reward, and it's absolutely beautiful. I don't remember the prices of everything, but I will include the links in the description to all of the products featured here. And there we have the back, of course, with a place for your name and address. And of course, the good thing about this is that it's just on a piece of paper, so you're not writing on the actual label, which I assume is the case with most luggage tags. So obviously, if you move house, which I tend to do frequently, you can replace it without needing to replace the tag. This item is actually why I placed the order. There were a few items on my wish list, and I was just waiting for one more thing that I could not resist. And it's the glitter coaster. Is that not just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? It's got a decent size to it. It's very, very sparkly. As you can see there, the glitter moves around. Isn't that just stunning? That is absolutely the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. That is absolutely gorgeous. And I think it was $16. Again, the link will be in the description. But I just thought it was absolutely perfect. I can't begin to tell you the words that just came out of my mouth. This is even more beautiful than I expected. Another very long story short, I'd had my eye on this on the website for about a year, but I wasn't sure if I loved it. And then Cheers uploaded a post to Instagram, a photo that was taken inside the gift shop, and this was in the background. I think it was on a display mannequin, and I saw it and thought, actually, that looks incredible. And of course, I bought it, and it's even more stunning in real life. The color looks a little different, which I love. I think it's beautiful. This one looks more peachy. On the website, it looks like more of a brighter orange. So that's worth bearing in mind if you're looking for a very orange shirt. This is a bit more peachy, but they do have an orange shirt. I think I can't remember what it's called, but I'll try and remember and link it in the description as well. I bought that one and loved it as well. But this one is, yeah, this one's absolutely beautiful. This one is another one that I had my eye on. I'm not showing this in the best angle, but it's another one I had my eye on for a while. Wasn't 100% sure about it, but again, I think it looks even better in real life. I also had that experience with their July the 4th shirt from last year, which I think is currently no longer on the website. I assume it's sold out. I don't know if it'll come back. Sometimes their product lines do come back. And that one, when it arrived, looked even better in the flesh. So if you're having a similar experience of being on the fence with any of their t-shirts, I'd say take the plunge, give it a go. Isn't that gorgeous? I don't know if the camera's truly picking up the quality. That logo seems to be changing color before my eyes in my phone screen. It's kind of going from blue to purple. Not sure if it's doing that in the recording, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And then we have the last two things here. I might open them both up first just so I can find the one about which I'm most excited and leave that one till last. Okay, so it's beautiful but mildly unfortunate, and this will be sorted out. It won't be a big deal, but I've been sent the wrong item. And on the one hand, I was considering buying this one, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but the item I was most looking forward to is not here. And I did check the order form, and I did check their website just now, and the SKU for this one is different. I was wondering if maybe they accidentally had the same or a very similar SKU. You can't have the same SKU. And they don't. What I'm assuming has happened, because the SKU, as far as I can see, is not on the packaging, on the box. I assume they received a shipment of this mug and just accidentally put it in the place where the other mug is meant to be. I'm just theorizing. I don't know what happened, but I'm sure that will get sorted. But either way, this is a very, very nice mug. It is very attractive. It's got a nice matte finish. We have a shiny on the inside. This is, I think, their bistro mug. The other one, the one that I had ordered, is the latte mug. And, well, I guess I'll tell you about it because I'll be ordering it either way, regardless of what I do with this one. Well, I'll be keeping it, of course. And the other one has the show exterior, and on the inside, it's got what the pub actually looks like today, or today when the mug was made, I guess. And on the bottom of it, it has the logo and the sign. It's stunning, but this one is very pretty as well. So I'll get that sorted. It's not a big problem. I can understand why it probably happened, but certainly this is very, very nice. The logo really, really stands out. It is stunning. Is that not just one of the most beautiful things you have ever seen? This one, so I am a minimalist. I only own 3 mugs. I have one for water, one for black coffee, and then one for flavored coffees like latte, cappuccino, whatever. And one of my mugs, in fact, I will show you. This is my coffee mug, and it is my all-time favorite mug. This is currently on their website. I think it did disappear for a while, and then it came back, so it could be a really popular item, and it's got a good weight to it. It's got the embossed design. I love it so much. And then I wanted to replace my latte mug with a Cheers mug, so I decided, well, I couldn't decide between this one and the one that I was supposed to receive, so I'm replacing 2 mugs with 2 Cheers mugs, and I guess now I have what will be a 4th mug with the bistro mug. Anyway, that's the side of it there. And one of the main reasons why I wanted this, yes, I love the design, but also that yellow is one of my favourite colours. And we have that side there. This is also a lot bigger than I was expecting. They have all of the dimensions on the website, but I never really pay that much attention. But it's a really, really generous size, and it has a really good weight to it as well. It doesn't feel too weak or flimsy, and that's the same with the mug that I've just showed you as well. I just thought that's quite cute. The postcard image is on the side there. I'm very happy, even with the incorrect mug. All it means is that I have an extra mug, because I will purchase the other one, and I'll email them first to make sure that the same thing won't happen again, because as I said, I'm assuming that they maybe, I don't know, it's irrelevant, it doesn't matter. I will sort that out, but this is just, I think if I had to, the t-shirts are just even more attractive than I thought, and I do love that bistro mug. It is very, very pretty, but no, the coaster is the winner. It is so stunning. I'm going to go and attach my luggage tag to my suitcase and remind myself that I am indeed a minimalist, and then I will enjoy these some more. I'm ultimately as happy as always.